Hello, my little friends. As promised, here is a new story called Skeleton for Dinner by Margery Cuyler, and just in time for Halloween. So shall we see what happens in our little story? Skeleton for Dinner. One day, Big Witch and Little Witch decided to brew a stew. Look, here's Big Witch and Little Witch. And they decided to brew a stew. Look at this. They added all their favorite ingredients: shark fins and snake skins, spider silk and centaur's milk, catfish whiskers, and banshee blisters. Look at this witchy brew they're making here. Is that something that you would eat? I don't know. Big Witch took a taste. "This is so yummy," she said. "Let's invite our friends for dinner." "What fun," said Little Witch. "I'll make a list. Ghost, Ghoul, and who else is she going to invite? Should we see?" "Skeleton," boomed Big Witch. "We must have Skeleton for dinner." Just then, Skeleton was clickety-clacking up the hill. Do you see Skeleton coming up the hill? As he reached the top, he saw Little Witch's list pegged to a tree. He heard what Big Witch said to Little Witch. See Big Witch and Little Witch? "I think they want to have me for dinner," cried Skeleton. "I don't want to be eaten." His bones began to quake and shake. Before the witches saw him, he rat-a-bat-tatted right down that hill. Look at him run. He's running so fast. And jingle-jangled as fast as he could to Ghost. Do you see Ghost Haunted House over there? Where's Ghost? "The witches want to eat me in their stew, and they want to eat you too," he screeched. "Oh no!" wailed Ghost, and she floated after Skeleton. Look at these two friends running away. They scooted by the graveyard where Ghoul was shoveling dirt. "Where are you going in such a hurry?" he asked. "The witches want us in their stew, and they want to eat you too," said Skeleton. "Yikes!" shouted Ghoul. "Let's go hide." And he dashed after the others. Back on the hill, Little Witch said, "I'm off to invite our friends for dinner." And away she flew on her broomstick. But when she got to Skeleton's, he was nowhere to be seen. "Maybe he's at Ghost," thought Little Witch. Look at Little Witch here on her broom with her little froggy, looking for her friends. But she didn't see anyone at Ghost's house either. "I bet they're all at Ghoul's," thought Little Witch. She zoomed to the graveyard, and it was quiet as the moon. "Where is everybody?" said Little Witch. "How can I invite our friends for dinner if they've disappeared?" See, look at Little Witch and Froggy looking for the friends. Where did they go? She flew back to the top of the hill. I couldn't find anybody at home, she told Big Witch. I guess we'll have to eat our stew all by ourselves. And I was really looking forward to our party. She took down the sign and began to cry. Look at sad little witch. Crow flew down and picked it up. I think I know what's wrong, he cawed, and off he flew, flapping his wings. What do you think will happen here? He went to skeletons. No skeleton. He went to ghosts. No ghost. He went to ghouls. No ghoul. And then he saw footprints leading into the woods. Look at these big dark woods. Do you think Crow will go in there? He followed them to a big tree. Up, up, up he flew. What are you doing here? Asked Skeleton. I came to tell you that the witches want you to come for dinner. You mean they want to eat us for dinner, said Skeleton. No, they want to have you for dinner, said Crow. That means invite you for dinner. Oh, said Skeleton. Well, that's different from what I thought. I'm hungry. Let's go. So Skeleton, Ghost, and Ghoul came down from the tree. They picked some poison ivy to take to the witches for their stew. Look at them picking a present for their friend the witches. When they got to the top of the hill, the witches were so happy to see them. Their faces lit up like jack-o'-lanterns. Come and eat, shouted Big Witch. Have a seat, shouted Little Witch, and we will give you a treat, said both witches together. It looks so yummy, said Skeleton, that I wish I had a tummy. And they all had fun eating the witch's stew together. The end. Look at all the friends here having some stew, and how happy everybody is now that they aren't misunderstanding each other anymore. Sometimes that happens with friends, doesn't it? Sometimes we misunderstand what people say, and we just have to figure things out together, and then we can have some more fun being together with one another. I hope you enjoyed this story of Skeleton for Dinner. Have a wonderful, happy Halloween. I love you. Bye-bye.